Yes, see this right here? Call off the search. Mr. Perfect does not exist. Poll of 2,000 women failed to find one woman who was completely unhappy with her man. Well, there's no such thing as Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. That goes back to that nuts and berries thinking that a lot of people are taught to think. There's no such thing as a perfect person. It comes down to being compatible it comes down to compatibility. It comes down to being with a person who will treat you the way you would want to be treated. That's what it comes down to. There's no such thing as Mr. Mrs. Right, or there's just no such thing as Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. That's all a fantasy. True love comes from getting to know somebody, and at the same time accepting somebody for who they are, and at the same time deciding what you will tolerate and not tolerate. It comes down to honesty, legitimate honesty of what you will and will not tolerate, and what you will accept and not accept. But it has to be realistic, and it comes down to compatibility and healthy communication. Other than that, it will not work. So having a high list of unrealistic expectations and having these entitlement issues, you wonder why most people are alone. Because one person has all the say-so and all the pick, while the other person has no pick and has to just accept what's presented, which is fucking sad. It's really depressing. And this article talking about overlooking flaws. Well, nobody. When it comes to women will not overlook nothing. No, forget what they tell you. They will not. The only way they will overlook it, and they will not overlook it, they'll use it against you later on in life. When she doesn't get her wants, and her pussy's not dripping on the floor, all the faults and flaws that she noticed about you, like she ain't got no fucking flaws and faults of her own. She got stuff. She got probably a lot more flaws and faults than the guy has, but she keeps hers covered up. Oh shit! Don't worry, guys. She'll use it against you later on, and justify why she hates men and yada yada yada. And I'm so sick and tired of reading these bullshit ass article surveys. There's no perfect person. It's an illusion. It's a fantasy. It's time to grow the fuck up. And you motherfuckers love to kill. You love your fucking division. You love your division. Right here. You love your fucking division. The link will be in the description box. Let's turn this around. It says top 20 imperfections in men. Well, there's top 20 imperfections in women. Not getting on with his family. Not using his toothbrush. Leaving the toilet dirty. Hating on his friends. Not being good with children. Being lazy. Like most of you gold digging bitches are. Having a bushy crotch that you never shave, and then there comes the bushy legs and the bushy armpits, and then the bushy beard that you bitches have. Driving like a girl racer or a PMS crazy bitch. Being grumpy. Being a daddy's girl. Using the toilet with the door open. Leaving dirty washing on the floor. Leaving dirty washing on the floor. Unkept hair. That's right. Not putting on the right makeup properly. Not putting on makeup to her face properly. Criticizing his driving, burping or farting. Not liking dogs. Not helping with washing up. Watching too much soap operas. Not helping with the cooking. And there you have it. If we turn this around, and if it had, hold on a second. If we turn this exact title of this article around, and I can actually go on. There's more than 20. There's actually a lot of things that I don't like about women. Oh, I'm a homosexual now. Oh my goodness. Oh, go be gay. Oh, go fuck yourself, bitch. Y'all go be gay. Y'all, it's okay for y'all to be gay. Oh, when two girls kiss is okay. When two guys kiss is a problem. You're gonna criticize one but not the other. Yeah, I can go on with the imperfections. Not getting your feet done. Not getting manicures and pedicures. Eating, not maintaining her weight. Not sucking dick. Not letting me fulfill my sexual fantasies. Talking back. Never knowing when to shut the fuck up. See, I can go on with the complaints. Oh, but you will never hear a man's complaint. If we change this title to Call Off the Search, Miss Perfect does not exist. A poll of 2,000 men failed to find one. let me say that again. Call off the search. Miss Perfect does not exist. Poll of 20,000 men failed to find. Poll of. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just unbelievable. Call off the search. I mean, the grammar of this thing is complicated. Call off the search. Miss Perfect does not exist. Poll of 2,000 men failed to find one man who was completely unhappy with his woman. You know, I mean, and if you actually heard men showing and airing out their complaints about women and what there is and ain't doing, oh, there's gonna be a list of line of excuses. Well, the man ain't doing this and the man ain't doing that. Well, hold on. Y'all strong and independent. This ain't the 1950s. It's funny how a lot of women talk about the 1950s and how horrible it was, but they never lived through it. So how would they know? I mean, if they really took the time to ask grandma, not mama, ask grandma, and if your great-grandmother was alive, and you just looked at how she lived her life, just look at their family photo album, just watch how women conducted themselves, do your research, look at the statistics of divorce, look at the statistics of kids, being excelling in life, being successful and prosperous. Look at those generations being prosperous. At the same time, those same generations who were prosperous failed. No. Just research the baby boomers, and look at their progress. And then tell me if it was horrible or not. Now, I will not ignore. Yes, you had overt, extreme racism and segregation, and yes, you had fucked up politics. Well, we always have fucked up politics, but that was the era when it started, and that was the era at the same time where moral breakdown has taken place at a faster rate. Well, there was moral breakdown going on, and every generation failed, but this is the generation that everything just fell apart drastically because. And I will say it's due to the fact that when they brought in that television set and brought on all these media and all these media outlets and all this programming and the dumbing down of the school systems, I mean, they were dumbed down, but when they went down to lying and deceiving and twisting the truth around, that's when things fell apart. This ain't about. And as for women, it ain't about fighting Mr. Perfect. They want the perfect slave. They want Mr. Perfect slave who will cut his balls off and give it to her, and he do all the work, he do the everything, have all the responsibilities, while she gets to maintain female privilege and get the best of both worlds of being a man and a woman. That's why I have the best of both worlds. Yes, I get to have power like a man. I get to have freedom to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And at the same time, I can reap the benefits of being a woman and have liberations. And I get to have rights and more special rights. And I get to have the womanly privileges from the patriarchy. But I don't want the responsibility of neither. And this attitude is the reason why women create their own killers. And that's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace. You have a good one.